All right, so one of my favorite exercises to start helping with your knees is to get these glutes firing, open up your pelvis and stretch through your hip flexors. Alexa is going to put her knees at about the edge of the mat, so your legs are wide and then your heels come together to meet in the middle. So it feels like you've got a triangle shape there. Take an inhale, nice big breath. Exhale, pull your belly button to your spine, tuck your pelvis and squeeze your glutes. You're leaving your knees on the floor, getting a pelvic tuck to stretch your hips. Inhale to relax. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, bring pubic bone to floor. Leave your knees down. Inhale, just relax off, just relax your hips. Exhale, tuck your pelvis and fire your glutes. Now, if you leave your knees on the ground, you've got to get a good tuck in the pelvis that opens up your hips and stretches your hip flexors. Exhale, tuck and squeeze. Now, learn to fire your glutes here and they will be really good to set you up for a squat. Inhaling. Abs in, so draw your belly button to your spine, fire your glutes and keep your heels together. If this feels really tight, you can bring your knees in a bit. And exhaling, tuck your pelvis and squeeze your glutes. Inhale to relax your shoulders. Exhale, draw your belly button to your spine, tuck your pelvis and fire your glutes. Inhale, soften those shoulders. Exhale, you're going to pull your abs up off the floor. So it's like there's a pin poking through the mat into your belly button. You're lifting it and you're drawing pubic bone to the floor. Inhale, abs in, tuck and squeeze your glutes. Use the inhale to relax your hamstrings. Exhale, tuck your pelvis, fire your glutes, opening up through the hips and stretching your hip flexors. Inhaling. Exhale, draw your belly button to your spine and fire those glutes. Inhale to relax, soften your shoulders. Exhale, draw your lower abs towards your spine, tuck your pelvis and really open up those hips. This starts to line your knees up well in a squat or a lunge, this exercise. That's what we're working towards. Abs in, squeeze those glutes and hold that glute squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release down. I've got Alexa lying down on her side now. So we've got knees are bent and matching up in length. So you look down at your knees and you make sure they're stacked exactly on top of each other. Heels are stacked exactly on top of each other. And if you can just have a check and see if your heels are in line with your tailbone. That's your best way of getting this set up for yourself. Bottom arm is just resting and relaxed with your head completely rested and relaxed and your hand is down the front, the other hand is there for support. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, pull your abs in, so you're pulling your belly button to your spine. Squeeze your glute on the top leg and use the glute to lift your knee, keeping your hips stable. Inhale, bring your leg down. Exhale, pull your belly button to your spine, stack your hips nice and straight and lift that knee using the glute. Your glute should be firing here, not your quad and not your hip flexor. So draw your abs in to stabilize your pelvis and you're only lifting your knee as high as you can without your hip rolling back. Your hip should not roll back at all, even if you have to put your hand there to check. Pull your abs in, squeeze your glute, lift your knee and keep your hips stable. You can see Alexa's hips are not moving, they're not rolling back. If this doesn't feel very high, that's fine. As long as your glute is firing and already probably starting to burn just to lift that knee. Inhale, reset and relax. Exhale, pull your abs in, fire the glute to lift the knee. Inhale, draw your belly button to your spine, glute squeeze, lift the knee. Inhale down, draw your belly button to your spine, fire your glute and then lift your knee. You've got to train your glute muscle to be in charge of lifting the knee. Inhale, draw your abs in. So this shouldn't be feeling like it's sore in the hip joint. It should be feeling like the muscles are lifting your leg. Inhale, draw your belly button to your spine, pull your abs in, fire your glute and lift your knee. Inhale down, abs in, glute squeeze, lift your knee. Nice and small. You can see Alexa is lifting right to where she can get a solid glute squeeze but not rolling her hips back. This does not need to be high. Your range of motion gets better as you learn to do this, and do it without a band until you've got full glute function on that top leg. Abs in, glute squeeze, lift the knee. Inhale, rest. Abs in, glute to lift the knee. 4 more. If you've got this right, it should be hard, even without a band. Abs in, squeeze your glute and lift the knee. Inhale down, abs in, glute squeeze, lift the knee. Inhale, abs in, glute, lift the knee. So you're drawing your belly button up, you're supporting your pelvis and keeping your hips stacked. Inhale, the hip does not move. Squeeze your glute, lift the knee and hold there, holding that glute squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and come down. Now, if that's right, it's hard. Hey, Alexa. Mm-hmm. Glute is burning. Okay, other side.
Do you want me to face on?
Don't mind. Yep. Depends if you prefer your butt or your face to the camera.
What does the camera want?
Yeah. What do I prefer? All right, heels in line with tailbone and resting that neck on your shoulder. And so the key here now is to just let that bottom leg relax off so that glute stops firing, and we're trying to aim to get the top glute obviously to do the work now. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, draw your belly button to your spine. Squeeze your glute first and then lift that knee. Whole lot of concentration in this one. Inhale, let your knee come down. Draw your belly button to your spine. Now when you exhale, you're pulling your abs in to support those hips and pelvis to stay stable. Inhale, abs in. This does not need to be high. It needs to be really firm in the glute and lift to where you know you're not rolling back in the hips. Inhale, abs in, fire your glute and lift the knee. Feel that the glute is taking all the work here. Inhale, abs in, glute to lift the knee. If you're quad dominant, it'll be hard to get this out of the quad and the hip flexor and into the glute. So focus and use the inhale to relax off. Exhale, fire the glute to lift the knee. Inhale, take your time. Draw your belly button to your spine, glute squeeze, lift the knee. Inhale, soften. Exhale, glute and lift the knee. Hip stays stacked. Inhale down. Abs in, use that shush. Draw your belly button to your spine. Stack your hips and lift that knee. It's nice and small. Inhale down. Focus on that glute. Awesome. Inhale down. Abs in, glute and lift the knee. Inhale down. Firm up your tummy. You pull those abs in as hard as you can to support the pelvis. Inhale down. Abs and glute squeeze. Lift the knee. Inhale down. Abs and glute. Lift the knee. Stay out of the quads. Stay out of the hip flexor. Focus on it. Inhale, relax, relax, relax. Exhale, glute to lift. We've got 3 more. Inhale down, relax your bottom leg. Glute squeeze, lift the knee. Inhale down, abs and glute squeeze, lift the knee. Inhale, abs and glute. Hips are stable and stacked. Inhale down, abs and glute. Lift the knee and hold. Now where are you holding this? Glute should be burning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come down. Ouch.
See my tremble?